Hi, I am just going to get a few more people in here and then I'm going to tell you about headaches. So I know this is strange just sitting here for a second. Okay, so this week I have started talking about homeopathic remedies for headaches on this page. So every morning at 10 a.m. and every night time at 9 p.m. there will be information up there about different types of headaches. So check in and see if any of them resonate with you. And if you're watching here today, say hello, let me know you're there, and if you've got any questions, please do post them. If I can answer them now, I will, and if not, I'll get back to you later, okay? So I have two remedies to tell you about today for headaches, and headaches can be caused by many different reasons. For some people it's stress, for some it's allergy, for some it's strain, maybe eye strain, or maybe they've been working very, very hard, too much mental strain, or it could be hormonal. I treat lots of women who have headaches every single month. But the thing is, if that's you, if you are getting regular headaches for any of these reasons, this doesn't have to be your lot. You don't have to just accept this. Homeopathic remedies are different from conventional medicine in that it's not a one-size-fits-all. You have to match the remedy up to the actual symptoms and how the person is feeling. And the remedies don't actually just numb the head area. They don't just stop messages being sent to say, ow, this actually hurts, but they will go in and tweak the imbalance. And that's what they're all about. It's not just covering up things, it's getting to the root cause and fixing that. If you go to the cause, then the symptoms don't need to be there. They can fall away. So I'll get going. First remedy is Gelsemium, and Gelsemium is a plant, and the remedy has been made from a plant, but it's not got the original organic substance of the plant. It is the energetic version of it. So Gelsemium as a plant is a great plant. It's a climber or a creeper, and it uses other structures for its support. So it can climb very high, right up there. But if you take away that support, it collapses. It's got no way of holding itself up. And the person who needs Gelsemium feels like that. They feel they have no support, no structure. They're not able to hold themselves up. They feel heavy and droopy, and even just to hold the eyelids up is an effort. They are slow to talk to you, slow to answer. Everything just has this sluggish, dull, kind of dozy feel to it, and they will look different. When a person needs this remedy, they look a little bit drunk, or the eyes can look kind of dead looking. There's just no energy there. Gelsemium, the plant, is used it's not used in alcohol. It was used in bootleg alcohol, or when people were making their own, because it produced similar effects to alcohol, as in trembling and dizziness and nausea. And so if you have these symptoms, do think of Gelsemium. So the headache that comes with this state is, it feels like a tight band around the head. You can't lift your head, you can't lift your eyes, you just feel like you're on the verge of collapse. It's a remedy that's used a lot in flu. You know, the early stages of flu, when you've got that heaviness, that trembling, jelly legs, think jelly legs for Gelsemium. And it can be used also for anxiety, for before an event, so maybe stage fright. Same thing, you feel heavy, you feel paralyzed, you cannot move, everything feels slow and sluggish. So that's the first remedy, that is Gelsemium. So it's a very particular state. You just look for that heaviness, look for the drunk look in the eyes, the dead look in the eyes. The second remedy is Staphysagria. And Staphysagria is also a plant, and it's a member of the primrose family. the Staphysagria is used for headaches that come on after abuse or humiliation or insult or any situation where a person feels that something has happened to them and they cannot retaliate, they can't answer back. It's a person in power, perceived power, has made them feel bad and they can't do anything about it. And that sounds like such an outrageous thing to happen. You're thinking, oh no, that would never happen to me. But in fact, this happens every day to us. It could be a teacher says something to a student in front of the class and the student feels humiliated. It could be your boss says something to you and you feel you cannot actually answer back and tell them what you really think of them. It could be any situation like that where you are not in a position of power to say, well, no, hang on a second, I'm not accepting that. So when this happens, people produce symptoms. We internalize these things and we produce physical symptoms in our bodies. And it could be cystitis, or it could be a cold or a flu. But in this case, I'm talking about headaches. So it's a headache that happens. And the type of headache is, people will often say they feel like their head is going to burst. They are really irritable and contrarian themselves. You can't say anything to them because they take offence at the slightest thing. And sometimes that pain in the head can feel like pressure. It can be pressure coming out or pressure coming in. And sometimes they feel better if they can just lean their head against something and just rest it like that. So they're my two remedies. And they come from this kit. And this is my own little green kit. And this is missing loads and I've made up my own ones, but I love this baby and I don't go anywhere without this because this keeps everybody ticking along in my family. And I would recommend all of you to get this. And then I have a private group on Facebook, so you won't find it if you go looking for it because it is private and people have to be invited into it or approved. And in that group there are 380 people in there, and they are all helping each other to pick the right remedies for themselves or for their families, because we all get confused when we're trying to decide, well, which is the right remedy. So if you want to get a kit and start using these great remedies yourself to treat your headaches and every other ailment, then get in touch with me and we will organise that and get you into the group. And the last thing I want to tell you about is that on the Thursday, the 23rd of March, myself and a colleague, Katrina Hodgins, who's a nutritionist, are organising a great night out in the Landmark Hotel. It is called Womankind 2017. And the focus is on fun and motivation and getting you going, but we are going to cover the three most common things that both of us would see in our practices, which is anxiety, sleep problems and weight management. So if you think this is something that you would enjoy, and remember, this is a fun night. It's not going to be just sitting back listening to a couple of women talk about stuff. The emphasis is on fun. If you think this is something you might like, then I will stick the link up here afterwards, and it's coming up to Mother's Day, so maybe you want to bring your mammy along as well. Okay, so keep watching the page. There will be remedies coming out for the next until Friday night, and get in touch if anything here resonates with you. Okay, bye bye people. Have a good Tuesday. Bye.